Are you planning on visiting the White House next week?
On it.
Thank you so much.
And he doesn't even have a pair to sit there and explain why he's not going. Just run away. Trump spoke fondly of Jaylen Herz today when honoring the Eagles. He called him a terrific guy and a player, trying to kill him with kindness, I guess. Sage Steele joins us now to talk more about this. Sage, good to see you. What did you make? I can't believe we're still at the point where some people can't just go to the White House. I don't care if AOC is the president of the United States. If I get invited to the White House, I'm going to the White House.
I know. I agree. It is sad, but at the same time, this is actually progress, Rob, because you remember back in 2018 where President Trump invited them to the White House after their first Super Bowl victory, and then he heard most weren't going to show up, so he canceled the whole thing. So this is major progress, right? We should look at this as a positive sign. I mean, you know, the bar is really low, and that's what I'm having to refer to. But at the end of the day, I will say this. It disappoints me. However, that is his right, and I have to respect Jaylen Hertz's decision. I do wish the reporter at the red carpet the other day had not tried to answer the question for him and asked him why not. But then again, that would be journalistically sound, and most people don't do that anymore. How about Saquon Barkley, the Eagles running back, right, who was golfing with Trump and was certainly there and shot back. I know you know that on Twitter about, guys, why do you have a problem? It's a sitting president. Real quick, and I'll shut up after this. I mean, you follow sports as much as I do. Think about Steve Kerr, the head coach of the Golden State Warriors, Greg Popovich, the legendary former coach of the Spurs, Doc Rivers, who won a title with the Celtics and now he's with the Milwaukee Bucks. They crush, and are terrible to Americans, half the country, who voted for Donald Trump, the things they say, and they have declined trips to the White House as well with Trump in there. So I'm not surprised. I respect Jaylen's decision. I wish it was just a respect overall for the office itself. These people, in my opinion, need to grow up.
It's so simple, and it's just and you know what I mean. If you're really not going to go explain it, don't give us this scheduling conflict. It's not. I mean, it's just not. It's off season. You have nothing going on. You can go to the White. It's the biggest invite you're going to get all year. Go to the White House. I mean, that's what really irritates me is you don't even have the stones to come out there and say why you do it.
Have the cojones, right?
Exactly.
Just be a man.
Exactly.
Be honest. But they're afraid. Sorry.
Yeah, it really is disappointing. It's very disappointing. And Saquon, who I actually got to meet yesterday, was just the nicest guy, and it's not political to him. I think he generally kind of likes Trump, but he put on Twitter, which I guess he had to, that he's also golfed with Obama. You know, it's just, I mean, this is all pretty basic stuff. I want to talk about Shedeur Sanders here for a second, who is the son of Dion, who I remember watching when I was a kid, and Dion was a fantastic athlete. He finally gets drafted by the Cleveland Browns. I'm sure he's not happy about that. 5th round. There's a lot being made out of this being racial, even though, I mean, as we see every year, a lot of black guys get into the NFL, as we know. But somehow this is supposed to be racial. Even Stephen A. Smith is making that claim, which surprised me too in a tweet here. How do you view this?
Yeah, Stephen A. Smith is doing it. That doesn't surprise me too much. I respect the hell out of Stephen A. Smith, but his take on this is consistent with other takes that he has had through the years. Skip Bayless, another friend of mine, a friend of Stephen A.'s, he had the same take, maybe even stronger coming out, and just his disappointment. It is overall disappointing to me because it is such low-hanging fruit. It is so lazy for people to automatically just throw out that race card. And what it does is it takes away from when there actually are instances of racism. But I think you just look at the scouting report. If you do any ounce of homework, look at the scouting report. I mean, hundreds of these people, many of them, of course, not on the record, have gone through and said what they didn't like about his X's and O's. And maybe that intangible, the interview, which matters for all of us, no matter what we do for a living, you hear consistently about how he seemed like he didn't want to be there, almost tanking the interview. So your skill set matters, but also your demeanor, your tone, what you say and what you don't say. Do you love the game of football? Those are things that were questioned about him. I can only speculate. I was not in those rooms. I think we'll have to wait and see what does come out at the end of the day. To automatically say racism, is pathetic.
It doesn't track. That's you make a really
Rob,
good point
how
there.
many people are in the NFL?
Yeah.
26 of the 32 kids drafted in the first round were black. The first overall kid overall
that's
draft
why,
pick
that's
was
why
black.
Like, what is Stephen A. Smith talking about? Like, he's a very intelligent guy. Look at it for what it is. And again, you have, I mean, his father's a millionaire ex-athlete. I mean, you got to be worried. Is he going to have the same drive? I want to see a kid from, like, the middle class, you know? I mean, it's like you worry about kids that grow up with the silver spoon. Are they going to have the motivation to actually do it? And then you said, like you said with the scouting report, nothing about this reeks of racism. And again, so much of the NFL is diverse, as if that could even be a problem. It's unbelievable.
You know, everybody's reporting the same stories, the same spin. You turn the channel, it's always the same. But not us. We're different. We report the real news. No spin, just the facts. Turn to us, and you won't turn back.
Tune in to Rob Schmitt tonight on Newsmax.